Okay, so I think I'm in verse, let me double check. 13 through 16. And it really begins out with, if you want a reputation of wisdom, if you want to be counted wise, then live wisely. Wow, that's super powerful because I think that sometimes we just live. Like, I don't always think about how I'm reacting to situations, but I do react. And so I feel like that learning to act wisely and walk in wisdom is the way that we avoid letting our tongue get out of control. And so here's something that I studied a long time ago, because in Psalms, the different authors and Proverbs, they switch back and forth between wisdom and knowledge so frequently, but they sometimes talk about them in the same vein. And I had a hard time understanding that there was a difference between wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is that which we apply. So knowledge is like, this is from my educator friends, is just that content knowledge. Like, I can give you a recall and reproduction moment. Depth of knowledge 1, where I just barely not understand, I can tell you what I'm supposed to know. But knowledge applied is wisdom. And that's moving into that transfer place, maybe moving down into depth of knowledge 4, where there's some long-term thinking. Like, wisdom is saying, I shouldn't respond to these posts because I know that it doesn't lead anywhere good, and it reveals something about me, and in some ways it reveals something about the people that I know. And so wisdom, in my mind, would have not been responding, because what happens in me in those moments is I turn into this judgment monster where I say, what? Why does somebody believe that or act like that when we come from the same values, same belief system? And that's a little dangerous, and that's actually where I want to go in just another couple verses. But I just wanted to think about the idea that knowledge applied is wisdom. So I have knowledge that Facebook or even, I don't do much other social media, but engaging in kind of political conversations, or what are moral, have been made moral when they aren't moral. Like, there's lots of decisions we make in the day, and we can say that they're right or wrong things, but they're not necessarily right or wrongs. They're just things that happen. And sometimes they're things that we engage in life are amoral, but how we react to them is a moral thing. So what I'm thinking a lot about is the wisdom of engaging in that kind of political conversation that might not necessarily be wisdom. Anyway, so I will get to some more after I read the next couple verses. So again, we're in James chapter 3, and I'm almost halfway through. I think I'm starting verse 10, 11, 12 or something like that. Okay, peace.